the microphone is now on.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful? Okay. This is very heavy, but I do want to read it. The most important gift catalog in the world. It's the Heifer International Project. This is the bit where you can donate cows and goats or sheep or I don't know what it is, but to African nations. Because the gift of a milking goat gives all sorts of people all sorts of stuff. Oh, God. Oh. Service Dog Project?
Yes, we just call an order.
Yep. I'd be surprised if she didn't.
I just put it on. Oh, I don't know. I'll check. She doesn't think the sound is on.
Uh-oh.
Didn't I push that button and make it red? Oh, God. I pushed the button and made it red. Well,
Is there a delay?
oh, there's all kinds of delays. It's people just like to call and things.
Everything seems connected.
Oh, maybe that wasn't in all the way. Now, see if that works any better. I'll go here.
Okay. Let's try it.
I'll try it.
The microphone is a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, there we
There's the
are.
picture.
We're here.
We're here.
That's a start.
So the sound probably goes with it, right? Or sheep, or I don't know what it is. There.
Okay.
It's working. Because the gift of a milking goat. There we go. There we go. This heifer project.
Yeah.
That is a valuable project. Do you know about it?
No,
Well, you better.
I know. I was just looking at this. It's very.
Yeah, it's the concept is you send baby goats or I think it's goats. I don't know.
Looks
I
like
guess you can do chicks too, but
Yeah, piglets maybe.
baby animals.
Yes.
Um,
Oh,
pigs as presents. I hadn't heard of that one. I had only heard of goats,
pigs.
where
as
you
presents.
send a baby goat, which then becomes a milking goat.
Gift of a pig,
Well,
$120.
Sheep are $120 each or something like that. I don't know. Oh my God, honeybees too. Well, they've expanded since I knew them, but I do know that woman up the street that raised such beautiful Nubian goats. I mean, she had Grand Champion with the ears laid out.
Oh yes.
And the reason she had Nubian goats was she had arthritis in her hands. And she wanted to make quilts. She's a beautiful quilt maker. And she found that if she had to milk the goats twice a day, it kept her hands loose enough to make the quilts.
Mm-hmm.
And she donated her baby. You have to have baby goats to have goat's milk. That's how it comes along, you know?
Yes, yes.
And things like that. So she donated all her baby goats to this heifer project. That's how
Oh,
I became very familiar with it.
Interesting.
She was a funny old lady. She was a very bright lady.
Very
She was the one that had a stainless steel canister thing this high and about that wide, storing goat sperm, because she only had girl goats. She didn't need the boy goats if you had this great big sperm store. Doesn't that make you feel worthwhile? So much for the men. I'm having a rough day, in case you can't tell. Oh, about 72 hours into not much sleep.
Yeah, that's tough on anybody.
I sound drunk. I really would rather be drunk. You know? It's bad. At any rate,
This could be an
that's the
amusing
story.
mail call.
yeah, that's the story on the heifer project.
Okay. Well.
So though
we'll
I've never
set these
donated
aside.
anything, I do approve of them tremendously. And here's my one cheerful thing of the day is the MEMSIC check. The chicken brick check is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Oh. I hope I don't get any tough envelopes today. Here's an envelope.
Okay. Let's get the bucket.
And this is for $15,642. Isn't that wonderful? That is wonderful.
Don't forget the hat.
Are you supposed to be wearing
Oh,
this?
I'm supposed to put the hat on. Oh dear. Yes. How could I be so
All
stupid?
this.
Tis the season.
There. You laugh.
Say it.
This hat made me $900 last month. Or that hat did. So this is October's hat.
Okay.
If I wear it every day, there's several people will give us $10 a day. One chicken brick a day.
That's great.
For that, I'll wear the hat. You better believe it. If I don't forget. Any rate, here we go again. Payment Processing Center. Payment Processing Center. This person wants 2 chicken bricks. I have to write it on her envelope because if I put the check in the pot, I don't have a pen.
How did that
I
I
happen?
don't have a
Oh,
pen.
okay.
I need to write that name on that thing with a 2. Okay, don't lose that thing.
No, I'm just looking for the name.
That'd be Myrna.
Myrna from Virginia.
Myrna from Virginia. And this was mailed on October.
Oh, for Carlene.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
I have to, thank you.
Thanks.
Now, I was supposed to write on this, wasn't I? Myrna. M-Y-R-N-A. She gets 2. And then you put this in here, and that goes in there. What's another one?
Yeah,
What's the other one?
Service Dog Project. 5 chicken bricks.
5 chicken bricks. So you get the envelope back out again.
And what's this?
Who's that one?
This one is for 20. This one
Well,
is
there's
for,
not the name. Who's the name?
this one is Mary. For 5 chicken
Mary
bricks.
Goodman. That's a
Mary.
new name.
Yep.
Okay, this is Mary
And where is Mary from?
Goodman. That I don't think we have had her name before, have we?
It's not familiar to me.
California. C-A-L. So if she wins, we'll have to figure out who she is, but we'll figure it out. You are.
Okay.
Okay, so that goes in here, and she gets 5. And that goes in there. Did we do it right that time?
We did.
Isn't that wonderful? Okay, and this is from Jan,
Oh, Jan Gerhold.
and that goes in that pot. The first
Yeah.
typewriter was called a literary piano?
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Huh, okay.
I won't
Whatever.
dispute that.
Yeah.
What did Cinderella say when the photos didn't show up? Someday my prince will come.
Okay.
Now that's bad. We'll save that one for Steve.
Yes.
So that's the only thing you
The number of times chicken chirps in 15 seconds plus 37 will give you the current air temperature. I've heard that before.
Really?
Okay, here comes Paula. Just a heads up.
Okay. She's
So
gonna
they're coming through here.
It's coming
gonna
through.
be coming through.
Yeah, let's just back out of the way.
Give her some space.
Don't bite anybody on the way.
She won't.
Good girl, Paula. She's a good girl.
Were you able to see the
Tail's
babies?
wagging.
They're really so cute.
Now you think you did that without her knowing, huh? You're wrong. That dog knows
That we
by
were
who
there.
walked in there, who's sitting here. You know?
After us.
People make the damnedest assumptions when it comes to dogs. Like they stick their hand out like, you want to smell it? The hell, they can smell you when you come in the door. You know?
True.
Ugh. At any rate, Paula's doing fine.
Yeah.
She's ruling the roost.
Yep.
She may bite you, that's the break. Do it wrong, she's gonna can you. Good girl, Paula. You gotta speak the language. Watch me get bitten.
I don't know what's in the box. That thing was heavy.
I know it is heavy. I think there's a dead body in that box.
That's what I
That's
thought.
what he said
Oh, God.
earlier.
Really?
That's about the only thing
I wasn't
that
expecting.
hasn't happened.
Okay.
That didn't get opened yet. We try again. Another chicken brick.
Okay.
Stephanie Cerrone, good for you. Stephanie,
She's a regular.
she is a regular. I have a pen now. Isn't that
Okay.
wonderful?
You need some?
No, I just
Oh,
watch it.
okay.
I watch her sometimes on the camera, so I
Yeah.
might as well watch it live.
That's
Yeah.
Pete,
And that's a chicken brick.
Beverly. Yep.
And she's from Massachusetts.
Chicken.
That's a long story.
Yeah, I'll explain
Okay,
it to you.
I had a feeling.
What's the long story?
No?
Chicken brick.
What's a chicken brick?
I'll tell you.
Oh! How come they're not told? How come they're not educated?
You'll,
I don't
you'll hear the
know.
full
See,
story. You
Abusive
need to hear.
mother-in-law,
Are you
yeah.
familiar with chicken bricks?
I just learned it yesterday.
Yes.
Oh my.
And
Yeah.
I'm spreading the word
Yes.
on Paula's
Oh,
Facebook
God.
page.
There you go.
To get people to buy more.
Yes.
Without it, we would be dead.
Yep.
And people don't know about it. It really. You can. I better be so they can hear me. You can go online and for $10 buy a number. It's called a chicken brick. And once a month we take all those numbers and put them on a table and they get out 3 chickens. And wherever chicken shits becomes a member of the Shatapon Society of Ipswich. And they get a certificate signed by me, right?
Yep.
And they also get a gift of a check, which is just falls underneath the IRS eyes. And I don't declare it, it's just
Mhm.
a gift. And that gets us $20,000 a month. That is
That's how many they.
a
lot of
quarter
numbers.
of $1 million
Amazing.
a year.
Yeah.
A lot of
It
numbers.
is our payroll. And anybody who's the slightest bit associated with this place really ought to be able to find $10 a month. Because without it, we would be dead.
Right.
So you
So
do
I'm-
it monthly?
You can do it daily if you'd like, but monthly is
Yeah.
monthly is what is required by me.
Okay.
I can really, and I can check up to see who did. Oh, there.
I'm gonna get on the ball.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, it's really annoying when somebody comes here and wants a dog and has no idea how we support ourselves.
Right, and how costly it is.
No, the fact that they don't even care how they just, I want a dog and I'll get a dog and I don't have to pay for it. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Right.
These dogs cost me $27,000 each to raise. And it's, you guys have to support it.
Yeah.
You know, with $10 a month. You know?
That's what makes it possible. to
So
do
there.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Now you
Yeah.
know. And so did all the people I talked to today. I had to talk to a Rotary Club at lunch. And they talked, where else was I?
I don't know
went
where you
someplace
went
else.
today.
Oh, it was a nursing home.
Oh, okay.
That was a tough day.
Now it's the moment of truth. We'll see
Yeah,
what's
we'll
in the
see what's
box.
in there.
It
I
might,
guess I'm not a true CP.
Heavy.
I can't even-
Yeah.
Heavy hangs over my head. Aha.
oh, it's dog cookies.
There are dog cookies. There you are.
And where did they come from?
Bunch of 'em.
I don't know.
There's a name on there, CP somebody.
Laura.
Laura Huron.
Like a,
Laura Huron.
Laura Huron.
yeah, these other fetishes.
That's the kind. This is the good kind. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
Oh, yeah, Paula left.
Yeah.
Well, she did try to write that thing. Let me classify my favorites.
Look at that.
Who knows?
How about that?
Right now,
I did that.
chicken. Yeah.
Those are the ones we give to people who walk around and feed the dogs. People who are just new to the place.
Ah,
Okay, I'm done with
okay.
that.
Would you mind dragging that over in front of that
No
bench?
And I'll show him where to put them.
What
You
is
said you want me to open up the rest of them
Yeah.
and go for it?
Oh,
Put it-
that
yeah,
would-
put
Gotcha.
them all
Yeah.
on the top of that thing.
Yep.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, shall we switch
Right away.
spots?
Okay. We can't go too far away because the microphone
Yeah,
has an opinion.
Okay, and I know last week they couldn't hear me, so I'm gonna
Speak
have to
up!
be a loud mouth tonight. Okay.
Is that, that's
Where
a
are
telephone. Whose is it? Is this mine?
I don't know, why is
We don't know.
There we go.
So when this is done, we'll take the other two, the unopened boxes and put them in the over.
Does she have one?
I don't have to do that. This looks old, that's a day ago, where are we?
Oh, keep
hold
going.
on.
No, that's the featured comment.
There we go. Let's get
Oh.
10 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago. Okay,
Sound is on.
Carrying this box up the stairs.
yep.
Cause I felt good, great.
As
all
always,
day.
the sound is great. Okay.
Until about 30 minutes ago.
Now, let me talk to everybody about who's going to call me up at night while you figure out where we are.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Right. All the people who now listen to and read this and comment here, I spent a lot of time training you all on what is critical and what's not critical. And you have some new people on there that don't understand. And so I'm not getting much sleep at night when people call me up and tell me that Paula is starving the children. You know, and I need to, you know, and I thought something was wrong, and I would get up and go roaring in there and everybody's fine. You know, you do that 2 or 3 times a night, and it's a
Yeah.
bad night.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the good old days when somebody called me to say there were birds in the barn. And you know now how ridiculous that is.
Yeah.
Well, we've grown beyond that. There are birds in the barn. There are things that are right and wrong. And if the place isn't on fire, I suggest you let me sleep. Let sleeping dogs lie
Yeah,
or something,
yes.
you know? I
You have
tell
a
you.
long day.
I've had a long day and night and day and night, and I don't want to do anything.
Oh, from Peg. I will be looking forward to reading the article. She's
On what?
She's referring to the Heifer Project.
Oh, the Heifer Project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll do
You
it.
may know something of this. This is from Dad in Ohio.
Yeah.
Responding
Yeah, I
to
do.
Peg, I respectfully disagree. The American cows require antibiotics since they're not indigenous to Africa, for example, and they require a lot more grazing land, which is degrading the land. There is a scientific article which discusses this. I've
Yes.
asked my son to remind me of the title and will post as soon as I hear back.
I do know this. Cows are not the greatest thing in the world. Maybe goats are because they live on a lot less. They produce a lot more milk, and I think statistically, there's more milk consumed in the world, more goat's milk than cow's milk.
Really?
I somewhere I read that, and I think I might agree on that one. The other thing that's kind of fun to watch is there are what the hell do they call it? There are milking goat rotundas in Netherlands
Oh,
where they milk thousands and thousands of goats every day, and the goats file single file onto this merry-go-round thing, and by the time it's gone around, they're milked clean and back out again. Milk clean, fed, and out.
interesting.
It's you can look it up. They do have it for cows too, which in America you'd think they'll have it for cows, but they have it for goats. It's really very
That is interesting.
it's very interesting,
A production line.
huh?
A production line.
It is, but it's very efficient, and goats. I don't think goats ruin the land as much as cows do.
Okay, and from Peg once more, I've heard of the Heifer Project. It's a wonderful organization.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, now this is a question from Sam Keys. Is there any concern about those back teats that are swollen? Just asking, no complaint.
My back teeth aren't swollen, are yours?
I think we're talking about
Paula.
Paula. I don't know. Is it
They,
just that they haven't
nature
been
will take
nursing?
care of the whole thing. If they're not nursing off them, they will go flat. But
Maybe they're ignoring them.
I don't know what's happening. You can stand. No, I don't want you standing there. I don't want to. I don't want to observe that one either.
They're actually the puppy's favorite.
Huh?
The back.
Ones are the puppy's favorite.
We've always said that those are the chocolate milk ones.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So there's probably more milk production because.
Yeah, they're the ones that started to fill first.
Oh, okay.
Well, now wait a minute.
Well, they did on her.
Huh?
On Paula, they're the ones that were.
Yeah. Okay. But we don't want to make assumptions. We only want to state facts. All we know is they're all pretty swollen. Her.
And they're all delicious according to.
Yes.
And they're all.
The puppies
The
look
pup-
as though they're enjoying.
They're all filled, big bellied puppies.
Yeah.
And from Barb Heiss, you send money to the organization to buy the animal to be sent where it is needed. This is back to the heifer project. At least
Okay.
that was the way it was years ago when I taught Vacation Bible School and participated in it.
Yeah. It's a good
That's
project. I
Still
know.
the same. Picture from Archer. We are growing. Yes, the puppies are.
It's
Quickly.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Sam. LOL. She got it.
The hat.
Yep.
I got the hat.
From Kathy. We will have to forgive her for not wearing the hat, but yeah, we were just a little behind with the hat. Jane from Halifax. Oh, that makes much more sense. Thanks. From Michelle Mitchell. She meant the mom has to have babies to have milk. We're going back to the
Yes.
discussion about the
We're back to goats 101.
And from Jane in Halifax again, how do baby goats have milk? They don't have to be bred first?
They do. That's where you get this bottle of male goat.
Yes, okay, oh, okay. I just got my Heifer International catalog yesterday. I donate every year for my grandchildren. Gifts cost as little as $10 and are so beneficial. Milk from goats, eggs from chickens, honey from bees, etc. help sustain families in underdeveloped areas. That was from P. Benward in New Jersey.
Okay.
Who do we have as mail call guests? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Megan and Brant Lightnaker from Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus.
My daughter and son-in-law.
Yes.
We're here to pick up poo.
Yes, they came all the way from Ohio to pick up poo.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh.
Couldn't possibly be better.
From Diane in West Springfield. We hear you. Well, that's good. We're pretty loud.
Pretty loud.
Here's the whiteboard. Carlene from Sherry. Who named Blueberry and why that name?
I think it had to do with the blackberry brandy that Janine and her friends were drinking. And they decided blue was better than black.
Yeah, that's okay.
Seeing as they were already slightly inebriated to start with. They just came from a restaurant where they'd all had at least 2 martinis.
Oh my goodness.
They ended up in the barn having to wait. They got the first donkey out, the first baby goat out with a lot of effort,
Yeah.
but with that 3 inebriated women could, and after they sat down, they realized there was more in there that had to come
Oh.
out. So then that's when they got into my blackberry brandy. And they drank 3/4 of the bottle of blackberry brandy, and they called Brian, the veterinarian, to come.
Yep.
And he came along to straighten out the innards of the goat. And he has a cast on his leg. So there's a beautiful picture of Brian flat on his back with his legs sticking out straight. with his hand up the back of the goat, and 3 drunk women sitting there watching the whole procedure, and a very upset goat.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a very good picture. It's one of those pictures that
Oh,
you can't make this stuff up.
no, you can't. Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, the goat got named Blueberry.
Well, that explains it. From Sharon in Pennsylvania, what do the runners-up get with the chicken shatting?
They get a certificate also. They don't get the gift of the check from me.
Okay. Oh my, we got a lot of, that was done this morning. Okay, this is a conversation about flies.
Flies, okay.
There were no flies this morning. Paula's mom swatted at a flying bug this afternoon. It was on cam, but not this morning. Looked like she had something flying around she was trying to catch. Doubt it was her pups, that's all.
Keep going. Fly up. I don't think we got the start of this conversation.
Yeah, no. let's
Keep
see.
going. Not with the flies this morning, flies.
Flies. Oh, okay. Is Paula snapping
Oh.
at puppies, sitters, or flies?
Or a
Please-
combination thereof.
Please clear the air for us on this issue.
I think she's trying to tell people to get the out of there. It could be flies
Yeah.
too, but I'm pretty. The one film I saw of one of the biting deals, there were too many hands, too many close to Paula.
Oh.
Paula rules the roost in there. Damn it, just let her. If she
Yeah.
doesn't like something, she's got every right to bite them.
Okay. From Hilda in Ontario, I received my lovely calendar today. It's totally awesome. And Antje in the Netherlands, how was your night and how was your day?
Rough,
It was
Rough,
all
rough.
one thing.
rough.
Yeah, from Barb Heiss. If the barn ain't burning.
Yeah, if the barn ain't burning, let her sleep.
And again from Antje, did you see the reunion between Flossie and Mom, Painted Lady?
No.
Okay. Call only if the barn is on fire. It's on the website.
Well, I think some of these new people, you're all welcoming these new people very nicely, and I do appreciate your hospitality, but you got to get them trained.
From BJ, our church Sunday school kids do a collection over a period of time for the Heifer Project.
Yep.
That's a beautiful thing to donate to. SDP tweets, amazing that you did the library visit
Oh.
with Bentley and Sizzle after being up all night when Paula had puppies.
That's true. But last night I was in bed and I was wakened, 2 or 3 times, and I did 2 gigs today. I had to go speak at a Rotary Club to try and get them to give us the money. And then I ended up at a nursing home on the way home, which we had booked a long time ago before Paula had puppies. So it's been a little rough.
Yeah. Well, Hilda would like you to know that Dr. Pohl is on at 8 tonight on the National Geographic
Oh, good.
Channel, but I don't know if you're going to see it or not.
Isn't tonight all those Democratic people?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. This isn't Wednesday, is it?
But thank you, Hilda. I'll be watching it anyway.
Okay, I'll watch Dr. Paul.
Yeah, that's a good program.
Beef football is
From
scary.
Victoria, might be a good idea to put a statement in the featured comments of when to and when not to call at night. This way, new people will see it, hopefully.
I'll speak to Carlene, but you guys all ought to talk it over with each other, and you tell them when not to call.
From Sniddles, who is the overnight and what's for dinner?
You told me I
I
could
have
have
the-
some easy-to-swallow noodles.
Yes.
And
And-
Heather.
Buttered noodles with one of Carlene's favorites with a little bit of salmon and
Three
lima beans.
Three lima beans.
And the overnight is Heather.
Oh, good. She's good.
From Two Dog. When will the baby goat be let outside?
Sometime. Got any more questions? Not this evening.
Oh, Carlene, please relate to Billy and Michelle how much we appreciate their love and attention to Paula. We watch you in awe of the attention and love you give her.
Well, isn't that wonderful?
That's from Myrrh. Michelle says thank you. The little one is trying to climb over Mom. Okay. Swam in Virginia. I agree with Carlene. She's snapping at sitters and flies if they're not around, not at the puppies.
I don't think she's snapping at the puppies.
Yeah,
She apparently had some puppy's head in her mouth at one point, but that's how they kind of drag him around.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
kind of like grabbing your kid by the hair, dragging him
Yeah.
around.
Yep.
Okay, are we done?
I think that we're
We
done.
maybe I can have my noodles and go to bed.
Yes, it's noodle time. Thank you, everyone.
Okay,
And
bye.
good night.
Oh, sound is off.